Hey guys, Lee here. Hope you're all okay. Haven't posted a video for about a week now, I think. Yeah, I just want to comment on a story I saw on BBC News saying that the English Defence League, their planned marches through Tower Hamlets, Waltham Forest, and other London boroughs have been banned due to fears of public disorder, considering that violence has occurred on their protests and marches before. And I will just say this now, I am not a supporter of the EDL. I find their views quite frankly disgusting, ignorant and narrow-minded. However, I am concerned about this because people should have the right to protest. I don't see a logical argument against this. How do you know violence will happen? Nobody can know that. You know, violence happened on the student protests, and they were protesting, in my opinion, for a legitimate reason. I don't think the EDL are, well, not in my opinion, their opinion, they're legitimate reason because they believe immigration's been out of control and England isn't English anymore, or whatever. That's to them a legitimate reason, not to me. But I just thought, quite frankly, it's one rule for one, it's one rule for a lot of us, yet another rule for them. They represent a minority of people in this country, but at the end of the day, they should have their voices heard. I don't agree with them at all, and nothing they say or do will convince me to agree with to agree with their views. But at the end of the day, they should be allowed to march. Yes, okay, it will anger a lot of people. Of course it will. It's the places where they're marching, there are strong ethnic communities there, and it will anger them. Of course it will. But that's no reason to stop it. Just because you don't agree with a view doesn't mean you should stop them protesting. It's like, the government says, oh no, we don't find that view acceptable. The majority of society doesn't find those views acceptable, so we'll ban them. That's what it seems like to me. If we lived in a proper democracy, they'd be allowed to march. I know we've had riots recently. I know people may be concerned about violence from the EDL, but I don't see any reason against it. Yes, apparently it's still going to turn up and demonstrate. Well, good on them. If they want to do that, I don't give a shit about them, to be honest, really. If they want to do that, they're not going to convince me, but if they want to do that, it's up to them. They're still going to go out and demonstrate, apparently. But they're banned for 30 days from marching. I don't get the time limit, because there's been riots recently, and it just, please, can someone tell me what the logical reason is for this? Logical reason, not, oh, they're racist. Yes, I find their views racist, of course I do, and racism should not be promoted, and some would say it's a form of bullying, but they should have the right to say what they think. Whether we agree with it or not, that's entirely, it's not relevant. People go, well, you might as well just say, a lot of people say, well, fine, have like anti-disabled people march, then, because that's just the same thing, discrimination against someone because of something. Yeah, let anyone march if they feel they've got a point to prove. Like I said, I do not agree with the EDL's views at all. I find their views ignorant and racist, like a lot of people do. And I've actually read their website. I've read their stuff on their website, unlike a lot of people. And I don't defend them at all. A lot of people maybe call me a hypocrite for 1 minute condemning David Starkey's comments on Newsnight, and the next minute saying the English Defence League should have the right to march. Well, they should. David Starkey, whilst I didn't agree with him, had the right to say what he said. It's a free speech. I think it's disgusting what he said, and it's only going to divide people, just like I think the EDL are only going to divide people. So it's not an awful thing that they're banned in the sense that actually it won't divide people, but it won't divide races and whatever. But you know, it's still, they should have the right to do it. I find their views completely disgusting, I really do, like I said, but they should have the right to do it. Please, someone tell me a logical reason why they should be banned. You know, what, you know, oh, there was violence before, so there might be violence this time. Apparently the police have said that they've, you know, they kind of have evidence that there would be violence. And I suppose, maybe, should we trust the police? Well, of course I trust the majority of police, but there are, you know, I just think they should have the right to do what they do. Peaceful protest. If it turns violent, arrest the bastards that turn violent. You know, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. You should just allow them to do it. I don't agree with them at all, and, you know, if people are convinced by them, that's up to them. You know, I think the Sun, you know, I don't agree with a lot of things the Sun newspaper or Daily Express or Daily Mail say. I think they're scaremongering tabloids, but they should have the freedom to say what they want. What, you know, that they have to, you know, shall we start now banning, you know, how far will we go? Should we start banning the EDL website? Should we start banning the BNP website? Well, you know, what, you know, how far will this go? I find it completely outrageous that, you know, I hate the EDL, but I defend their right for freedom of speech. We supposedly live in a democracy. It doesn't make sense to me, logically, why they would do this. But other than, oh no, we think they're racist, so, oh, the public will like us if we do this. It's, the government's just trying to be popular with the public, because a lot of the public hate the EDL because they're racist. So if we ban them from marching, then that'll make us popular. It doesn't make you popular, it makes you totalitarian, actually. You're not allowing someone's freedom of speech, it makes you totalitarian, I'm sorry. I hate them, and I don't agree with the EDL whatsoever. And I will campaign against them. I will oppose their views. I will argue their views. I mean, in this video I'm not going to because, well, I don't have enough time to do that. And this isn't a debate on EDL views. Obviously, I probably will get some EDL member coming on here saying, oh, lefty, liberal, whatever. And, you know, how can you not agree with our views? You know, now's not the time for discussion of their views. I'll do that in another video, maybe. I don't know. But what I will say is that they should have the right to say what they say. I don't agree with them at all. You know, I really don't. But freedom. So I believe people should have freedom of speech. That's, if someone says they're racist, shouldn't allow it. You don't believe in freedom of speech. I hate them. I do. I hate the EDL. But I'm defending their right to free speech, like any other citizen in this country should. It's ridiculous, in my opinion, and if you want to argue against it, please do. But, you know, I just want to. Someone could tell me a logical reason why the EDL are banned from marching, then please let me know. Like I said, I'm not a member of the EDL. I don't really care whether they march or not, but I'm just annoyed that the government are denying a political group, and also any group even, their freedom of speech and their freedom to say what they feel. You know, we live in a democracy, supposedly. Why? It's just, it doesn't make sense. Like I said, a lot of my friends are probably going to hate me for saying what I've said and call me racist for condoning the EDL. I don't, like I said, I don't condone the EDL. In fact, I don't even have to. Why? I don't know why I keep justifying this. At the end of the day, I believe in freedom of speech. I believe people should be allowed to peaceful protest. It might turn violent, but you don't know that. So this is my rambling views on it. I'll post a link to the story, and please feel free to comment on my video. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye.